Hi everybody, Jo here again. How are you doing? Hope you've had a lovely weekend and I hope your new week has started well. I can tell we're going to have a good summer, aren't we? But for those of you who are heading to winter, do you know what? I think you're going to have a good winter. I just think we're going to have a lovely time together. And I have to say, you're loving our new collection of stamps. So Tracy has just released another collection and this one is called the Forest Realm collection. Now I'm reading that off a piece of paper because you know me, I'm liable to give it a completely different name. And it's handy if ever you're looking for a stamp because they're all named in collections, which is useful unless you're like me and can't remember the name. So what I thought I'd do today is pop in. Now I know not all of you have ordered the stamps or have even got them yet. I know some of you are waiting for birthdays. That's fine, don't worry. I'm just coming in with some inspiration so that when you do get them, it'll give you an idea what to do with them. But you know what? Even if it's a while till your birthday, I bet you've got all the stamps that you could build up this sort of design. You know me, there's always different ways. I'm just coming in for some inspiration and to share a bit of crafty time with you. So even if we just sit together and you just have your brew and your cheeky snack and you don't even feel like crafting at the minute, let's just spend some time together. And you know what? You can always watch. But maybe it'll just get those crafty juices flowing and you're going to want to join me. I'm sure you will. So as you know, I tend to like 6x6 cards and envelopes just because for me it's a good size to post. I mean, with postage getting more expensive. And this is the design I've come up with. As you know, I love clean and simple with white space. I love the contrast of sort of lots of colour and detail in this corner and the beautiful clean space up there. And also the envelope again, permanent Posca, permanent stamping, permanent ink. So again, if it gets wet, it'll be fine. So I'm going to pop that there. And I'm starting off with a piece of, and this is a 5.5 inch square piece of multifarious card. And I've just done that thing beforehand with a permanent marker and just dragged my pen down just to give me a bit of a border. And then I'm going to come up with one of our lovely corners. And this one is the wild leaf corner. Now, these are so useful. You can make frames, you can repeat stamp them. So many things you can do with them. But I'm just going to use it in the corner. And I'm going to come in with my permanent ink. That's my Versafine Clair. And just the black to start off with, the Nocturne. Now this, I almost want it just over the edge in the corner. So you can't see, but I'm going to have to stand up. And I just want to get it off, and I want it off the edge. So it's just sort of going to go there. Right, and I'm not going to stress too much if I've gone a little bit over or a little bit under. There's ways round it. But like I say, they work well opposite corners. You can make a whole frame. Oh, I've had so much fun with these. And again, different ones, different patterns. But I love leaves. And again, I'm thinking perfect for a man's card. Now, there we go. So let's have a look. How did I do? Oh, perfect. But if I'd have missed a bit here, you know, I would have just come in with my black fine liner pen and added it. But I think we're okay there. Look at that detail. Now, what I have done is I've used a piece of my masket sheet. And it was actually an offcut. Look, I keep all my little offcuts. And I've stamped the design. So again, the masket sheet is like a tissue and it's got a thin, what's it called? Like an acetate. Couldn't think of the word backing. Now that backing goes in the bin and it's the tissue you stamp on. And I just stamped and just roughly cut out. Now, I know you're going to say to me, Jo, that's, you know, there's a lot of detail there to cut out. I just wanted it roughly, just so that when I stamped the cat, when I had a first play, if I stamped the cat directly over, it didn't look right. You could almost see patination and it just didn't look right at all. So I thought I need a bit of masking. Now, what I have done as well is I've saved an offcut look because I just want a little bit under here. And somewhere, there we go, I've got another offcut just for when I stamp right down here. Now, you could use masking tape. We've got the low tap masking tape, but I had these offcuts, so I've gone for those. And I'm going to come in with our lovely new cat, Luka. Now, I think that's how you pronounce it, but you know me. And I'm afraid at the minute, I'm not sure whether this is Luka. What do we think? Female, male? I think she looks female. She looks very feline. Well, she's a cat, isn't she? So I'm going to say it's a she. But you know what? If you want it to be a he... Oh, got a bit of ink on there. Where's my inky binky? See, I'm getting carried away talking about cats. And I'm going to put Luka just there. Do you know what? If I lose her, I'm going to be looking for Luka, aren't I? I have to say, as soon as I saw her, I thought, oh, those cheeky mice are going to love a new cat to terrorise. I was thinking of all the designs that I could do the two together. So that's her in position. And I'm going to come in with a couple of our lovely, these are called moss caps. And these are our lovely new mushrooms. And I thought, colour-wise, I'd go for a mixture of old and new in my Versafine Clair. So I've gone for the Monarch and the Very Perry. I just thought I'd go for sort of blues and purpley tones. So there's a large moss cap and a small. But you see why I wanted the tape down here. So I'm going to pop the large one, I'm thinking here. And then I'm going to come in with the small one, but go to the blue. So I'm thinking this one just slightly off centre there. And then let's have a couple. Now, I don't want to go over my masking tape, look. In fact, I'm going to move this now over here. So we can have one there. I hope you can't hear it. My shoulder keeps cracking every time I do a little bit of stamping, and it's quite off-putting. I don't know why. Right, and let's have one there and second generation there. And I don't want it even, so I like the way we've got 2 here and 3 here. And then to go with them, I was looking in my mini stamps, my pound stamps, and I've got the meadow mushroom, and this is the mini. And I just thought this would go ever so well. And for this, I'm going to use the Hawthorn Rose. Can't say that properly, can I? Hawthorn Rose. And we'll do a couple in this because it's sort of a lighty, pinky purpley colour. Pop that there because I can actually have first and second generation there. Lovely, take that off. And then let's just have one in black. And the reason I'm going to come in with, just to bring some of the black stamping in here, I think it just sort of will finish off the whole design. So, and again, if you're not sure, I'm just going to peel that off. If you're not sure before you do this, look, put them over there, and those I will keep on the back of my stamps. I just think a little bit of black here will blend the whole thing in nicely. So I'm thinking if I just put that there, little second generation there, just to bring the black in the whole design. And we'll give that a bit of a blot. And then what I'm going to do is a little tidy and just have a look. And I'm just going to come in with my fine liner. And here where I've had the masket sheet, look, there's a little bit of white halo. And you sometimes get that. So I'm just going to dot that in. And I'm using little dotting motion rather than actual colour. I'm just dotting in just to make the whole design. Little dots just in that space where I think I just, and just down here my mushrooms aren't quite reaching the, that's better. And again, I'm being very picky now. Couple of movement there. Right, stop being picky, missus. Yeah, like that. So what we're going to do is let's add some colour. And for this, we can get rid of this, can't we? Nice, quick and easy. We've given it a blot. So I'm thinking the colours I've chosen are the violet chalk and the mermaid. So I'm going into my elements now because they blend easily. So I don't want a permanent ink. So I'm going to use the mermaid first. And I'm using a number 3 brush and almost just colour with it. And again, blend the ink in the lid. And I'm just going to colour these lovely, oh, look at that. And it's quick but effective, this. I just want to really pop of blue, always in the lid. I know it's tempting to go straight to your design, but you know, the number of times I've done that and I've given a splodge of colour and it spoilt it. And we'll just come up here a little. And then maybe just add a bit more in that corner. Right, I'm going to stop there with the blue. So that was the mermaid. And then come in with the violet chalk. Now my violet chalk is quite an old ink pad, so it's quite light in colour. So I may have to just dip in and out a few times. But again, you get to know your ink pads, don't you? Lovely and juicy when you first get them. And then the more you use them, obviously, as they will, the lighter they get. But like I say, you will get to know your own ink pads. And we just want that lovely, chalky, sort of blended, sort of ethereal edge. So I'm just going to come, when I've got less ink, look, so I'm going to put my lid on there. Got less ink on my brush, so I can really come round up here. And while we're doing that, I'll get my moon mask out. Now, you know me, I like to do this upside down. I might need a bit more ink, so and we're just going to pop that there. So I'm going to start at the bottom and just gently, gently come off the moon mask and start at the bottom because I want it darker at the bottom. That'll just add to sort of the shade. And then when there's less ink on, up to the top. And I'm just blending it out. I can always add to this, but I want it a nice light blend. So I can go back over here, look, and just blend it out. I almost want it to blend to nothing, to where we've got that white space. And again, I've not re-inked, so very little ink on, but I'm still blending. And that ink will move. Oh yeah, put that away. Look at that. And I just think that's lovely. That's given that nice ethereal. And again, I'm just going to move that a little bit there. I think I can work on that a little bit. Just blend it. You'll be surprised how much you can blend that ink. And that just, now I just want to just give this a bit of a spritz because I don't want to pick that blue up. So we'll give that a wipe to keep it nice and clean. she says. I know my mat's got some marks on it, but do you know what? It's clean. Clean marks. That's what I tell myself. So I want to add some colour. So what I'm thinking of first is I've gone for my metallic Signo, the bronze. And we've got lovely detail on the edges here. And then just want to add a bit of bronze highlight just down the stem. And can you see that bronze there? Just makes such a difference. I love all the little details that Tracy gives us. Now these ones different, but we'll just put a couple. Now if you wanted, you know, you could just add a little bit of bronze highlight to some of, I didn't on my original, but I'm thinking I fancy doing it on this one. I often do that, I don't know about you. I do find it difficult to do exactly the same thing twice. I sort of add extra bits. I'm sure you're the same. I'm sure it's not just me. I'm no good at batch card making. Each one ends up with a slightly different, little bit added, little bit taken away. Now, I've got these fabulous new soft pastel pencils. Rather yummy, I have to say. And it begins with G, the name of it. I have no idea how you say that, but these are fabulous. Obviously from Lavinia. So, been having a good old play with these, and I found them fabulous for adding. So the white, we'll add some white to our cat, and what I find is I just like to sort of add a bit of shape. So she's got a gorgeous shape here, and then round on her tail, and then just give her a bit of a neckline. Just catch her ears, her nose, and then I'm just going to add down the back, look, just where that sun, or the moon, I should say. See, that's my mind, because actually the sun is shining outside and we've not had much of it recently, so I'm a bit excited. Right, and I'm just dabbing that with my finger just to smudge it. But it gives such a lovely, and it just gives Luka that nice shape. Now I'm going to colour my mushrooms with these as well. And I've got myself a little, this is a biodegradable cotton bud. And I'm just going to use this for smudging rather than my finger, because I'm going to add some colour. So let's go. So this is our purple one here. So I'm just going to add a little bit of purple there. And then I'm just going to add a little bit around, because I almost want to add a bit more of that sort of ethereal feel. So again, just going to smudge that to help set it, and then just smudge around, and it smudges beautifully on top of the ink, because I just want this to be quite atmospheric. Right, so I'll go for a blue, and the same thing, I'm just going to add some colour, then I'm just going to put a little bit around. In fact, I might go for the lighter blue just for round. I think that'll blend better. And the good thing is with these, the double-sided looks, I've got a purple end and a blue end. So again, I'll just dab that and then just smudge. And if I want some more, look, I can just add a little bit more and then just smudge it. And like I say, it just gives me that lovely ethereal. I want to just darken that up a little bit. And again, I'm just doing the same. Now again, great for shading. I could add some shade. Now if you get little bits again, the pastel, you will get little bits almost of powder. Try not to brush it off with your hand, because you may smudge things. So I found the best way is just to give it a bit of a blow. And I just love this, the way, right, now we've just got some purple ones there, so let's come back in with the purple. In fact, I'll go for, there's a purpley pink here. I think I'll use that colour. It's a bit deep, so I'll go for the pink. And then we'll add that pinky purple. You can see I'm going to have so much fun with these. But like I say, for shade, for highlight, I mean, you can spend ages and just build the colour up. So I want a little bit of smudging on here as well. So let's just smudge that out. And let's just come in with the grey on the black here. And then, again, just smudge that. So if I lift, oh, need to do that black one there. Little bit of grey just on that. Now again, you will take your time, but if I just bring that closer, can you see how you've got that lovely smudge? And it just adds to the whole design. That sort of lovely, sort of quiet, sort of ethereal. Now, if I wanted to add a little bit more down here, again, look, so we've got a black. Now, if I come in with the black just at the base here, just add a bit of shade, and again, just smudge that. Smudging just helps set it, but also it looks a lot nicer if you just smudge it in, almost that smoky, that, and it's really darkened that purple up, and just giving it that whole smudgy sort of feel. And again, when we're building atmosphere up, I just love that we can do it like this. Now, a sentiment. So you could leave this if you wanted. I think this would be ideal for a birthday, well, I mean, so many things you could do, but I'm going to use one of my sticker sentiments. And these are from set 6, and I think A Quiet Place, because I think Luka is sat here thinking, do you know what, I'm in such a lovely quiet place. So again, I'm just going to pop it on my scissors. Now, I think if I put it there, it's going to be too far away from the whole design. There is almost too close, so I'm sort of going to put it here. And then it's near, but not sort of in the middle of the whole design. And to finish off, my yellow sparkly Posca, or maybe first we'll just add some little highlights with white Posca, just to our beautiful ear mushroom, maybe just nose there, thinking nose, ears and tail. Right, walk away with the white misses, stop. So yellow sparkle. Now you could add white little splats, you could leave these off. I just think it gives a little bit more sort of orbs, a little bit of a magical feel. Also, if your blending's not as perfect as you want it, it'll distract from that. But to me, it just fills a little bit of this white space, but without completely filling it, if that makes sense. Now, if you don't like Posca splats, the other thing that you could do, which I think would look lovely, is to get your mermaid ink pad, pop a little bit of ink on your mat, add water, and with your fan brush, just tap on some beautiful little blue specks, and that would do the same thing. Let me just give this a wipe, just in case we've got, let me just spritz it, because I can see some Posca on there. I don't know about you, but I'll be getting yellow sparkly Posca everywhere. So if I just bring that in. So I just think that is such a lovely little design. Now you could pop this on a tag, you could make a larger card, you could introduce some other animals. Let's face it, there are so many different things that you could do, but I just love this deep colour in the corner and that lovely, lovely going away into the atmospheric, just fuzzying away to nothing. So, I hope you enjoyed our little catch up. And you take care. I'm going to pop back tomorrow, something a bit different tomorrow, something a bit fun and exciting tomorrow. completely different. You'll think I've gone mad. But there we go. You see, you're going to have to tune in to see what I've done. Anyway, you take care. I might just make my coffee and go and sit in the sun for 5 minutes. Do you know what? I think it would do me the world of good. Some fresh air, some sun. And I might just, like Luka, find a quiet place and just, you know what, let my thoughts go. I think that's a plan. You take care. Love and hugs from me. Bye for now.